Can you hear me? Can you see? Ended up having to rearrange myself just as it was time to start. Yay! Okay, this is my medieval build save. I have labeled the lots as what I want them to be. And some of them have been built, like I have the 1500s, Briar's Home. This one is where I start. Katie might be busy, or she may have just put one headphone in and walked away. I have a smithy and bakery. I have a smith home. These are both just kind of, I winged it. I suppose doing adult things like cleaning your kitchen is probably a good thing. Excellent job on adulting. And I have this build is a 1400s. It was a trade hall, a little one. But the night house here and my what's kind of my castle. You lost most of your modern CC? Oh no. Though I suppose some of that's easier to find. I ended up finally deleting my medieval CC file, CC and mod file, because it was just taking up space and most of them had to be updated. My These two are my big problems as I'm stalled. But down here I want like a merchant baron house, a gallows, a shipyard, and a shipwright's home. I have no idea what I'm doing over here. This is early 1800s. And this is 17. No, this is 1600s. I'm getting all backwards. This is 17, 16, 18. But my vampire would start here, as would any medieval thing I'm doing. And this one is unfinished. And I got so mad at the fact that I couldn't get myself to finish it. I don't even have the second floor up here. I would be starting, like, if I'm doing the vampire, if I'm doing the thing, it would be at that serf's home. And it would be it's a 12 to 1300s area. And I just kind of generally build one of those years styles. Yeah, I thought you might like that one, Heather. So it around 12 to 1300s, because it's just a like rags to riches at that point where I just build with what I have. This is based on, let's see if I can switch scenes here. Oh no. I've done the thing where I dock the chat again. This is based on this. Ah. And this is Little Morton Hall. Oh, goodness. And this is the floor plan for it. But I got so mad about this that I deleted it and replaced it with this one, which is Gainsborough Hall. But I couldn't access these floor plans on my phone anymore for some reason. So although I kinda got it right, make sure this is saved. Yeah. I ended up building an entire new one. And it is the Gainsborough Hall. So I was saying. But I didn't have the floor plan. So this and a couple of other things are just based off the pictures. And I am nowhere near done with it. And it and Morton Hall are why I have not gotten to do any medieval stuff. Yeah, it is a lot. It's quite a lot. So I don't think we're going to do anything with these today because I do have, thankfully, a slightly okay. We'll hang in there, Katie. This 1700s one, I have a slightly decorated version of it. It's this one, which is the 1700. So this is its floor plan. I'm going to switch back over to the Sims. Oh no. But it has stables in it, and we did not have horses. So it's another one where it's absolutely huge. And this is built before YouTube. And I was playing a vampire. Yes, I will definitely be putting it on the gallery after I'm done building. I would eventually like to have all of the worlds done with houses from all of the decades I've labeled them with and put out that as a save file. Okay, I'm just going to be loading into a different save. Just have to find her. There she is. My poor bold Sims. Avernus gathers a vampire who is going to do all the collections. I no longer have her hair, but she was going through as starting in medieval times. But I did have a whole bunch of CC that I had put in here too. This is the one that she has already started to decorate of that 1700s. What I'd be using as my castle, and yeah. And I really hate this lot because they will walk up to this side of the house, but when you load in on the other side. I do have a lot of the landscaping done. I don't know how much more I would even do. But there are multiple floors and multiple rooms with nothing in them except like flooring and wallpaper. And some of these rooms were designed very uniquely in the floor plan. Thank you. I am not confident in my landscaping abilities. But she has a little bit of decoration here and there, and she did complete the bird collection. So I have that for decoration. But this contains so many like servants' rooms and guest rooms, and like this whole wing over here is servants. And there's like a servant's kitchen and the bath, and it's kind of like here's the kitchen. It's kind of a lot. But I like accuracy. This is like a built-in library. But she only has a really junky shelf, so that's what we have in here. And honestly, like this 1700 should not even be important right now, but it's the closest one. This is actually stables. And it's one of the problems I realized I had when I started this because we didn't have horses. So now my stalls are one too short because I sized them just based on my imagination of how big a horse is, would take maybe 3 slots, but the beds are 4. So I do have like the chickens in here, but I guess I get 1 horse. Or I have to resize the entire thing. These are carriage houses. Hi, Shona. Welcome to a mess of a 1700s build that is pre my YouTube career. And a ineffective horse stall. You're okay. I went live super late. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, either I get the coop out or I give up and only have 1 horse. Because I don't think I want to resize all of these because it's symmetrical. And I don't want to rebuild all that. I don't think it would run well with more than 1 horse anyway. But I just did a tour of some of my earlier ones, which are the ones I really should focus on. But this one actually has wallpaper and flooring. But I still have no idea where to start. They stress me out at this point. But yeah, these are all bedrooms and closets and dressing rooms. It's, yeah, same for this. We have bedrooms, sitting rooms, and dressing room. This one I actually have decorated partially for the dressing. But since I was playing through it slowly because I already knew I was overwhelmed, yeah. I also have no idea what I would even do with this many servants' quarters. I guess at this point, with the new pack coming out, you just like rent one of the rooms out. Because, like, here's kitchen, and there's like a storage thing here, and then over here is a study, and the carriage houses, and I can't believe how many of these rooms I remember what they actually are. But yeah, I definitely agree with the just give up and make it a 1 horse thing. That's exactly where I'm at with getting them ready to be posted on the gallery or to be plated. But she's so pretty. It turned out well, at least on the outside. But like, I'd like to start my vampire baby challenge. I don't even need the 1700s for that. I can just leave this part of the world blank. and start on the other sections. The one section that I need. Like, this is why I said I have no idea what I'm doing for this one, even with the idea of going through my builds. I have to jump saves again. You would not have anything going on in the side house things? Maybe. Well, that sounds fun, Shona. I have no reason to save that. Well, I guess I did place the horse thing. For me, because by the time I got to that point, I would now be in the royal family or whatever. I would want to have the different, yet crotcheting. It's exactly how I read it. Every time I know it's crocheting, but I always read it crotcheting. Like, I have always read bouquet as banquet because that helped me spell it. And just start with this one. I have too many saves. I have like 4 or 5 build saves. Yeah, I wonder what other builds I even have in here. Ah, my donuts. Ah, my unfinished red rocket. The 50s is so much easier, much smaller builds. I usually start with one build save, but then when I need to do specific ones, like my new crest is also used often for build challenges. So it went from having, I needed multiple new crests. I also have a save where I am very slowly blanking the world out. Yeah, I would never be able to take things in and out like that. The separate folders. I had hard enough time just keeping my decades folder separate for all my CC for that and switching out the years of clothing drove me crazy. But Shona, you weren't here for this, so this is like the stuff I already have built. Oh, you fixed it? That's awesome. I have just several random ones, and this is just what's on this one and not on my other one. I don't think I have any new saves, but these aren't all up to date. And a lot of these I have not touched for a while. Like this was when I first took out out slice of life. See, I was doing Whimsy here, Sweet and Sour there. This was a D&D fantasy playthrough. This was a random rotate. Decades. We have the scenarios. This is Dismay, which is a Disney playthrough for all the princesses. Short Nightmare Legacy rotations. This was a random rotations. This started as a whimsy, ended up in a world rotation, and just kind of went nowhere. Not so very. This was a base one I was doing with all my builds. This was a legacy, like the normal legacy. This was a pre-made rotation. This was a different pre-made rotation with CC involved. We have the 100 baby wolves. The a lot of these happen to go away because I deleted my CC folder and I can't bring myself to delete them. So they're still here. This one, I believe, started as just a random thing I wanted to do one day. Another pre-mades, another random rotate, A to Z, which was a random legacy. I have not been playing these. Uh, Wandering, which is drifting. This is a drifter save. This one I started somewhere else. That one I went back to the original. Just trying to calm down, so I did a random household. This is my last leg. It's the one I was playing right before I started. And it's the one I was playing alongside Amanda. And it's the house where my founders made me have 10 kids of mostly werewolves. And I just never went back to it after starting my random legacy. She is pregnant with the third gen. And the rest of these kids are all still from the second generation. This is the heir, so I doubt you can really see this. And the founder mom is still alive. But that one was ridiculous. We had the vanillas and random other things. Ah, my build didn't grow. I was gonna build through all the worlds. Yeah, way too many werewolves. It was constant chaos. I built tiny little cell-like rooms, and all of the kids would get put in them when they went through their full moon phases. As soon as they would go, they're about to rage, I would go, all right, everybody to your rooms. And they'd get locked in these little boxes. That one I really wish I had been recording. It was so chaotic. I could probably don't want to save on it. Maybe I can grab that. One per when I was getting ready for it. This is the one where I have blanked out most of the world to. Oh, where did they stop? Yeah, Wolfie Prison. It was just so they wouldn't destroy the house. There was so many of them. There were like five, so it was all of them having to go, especially on the full moon, and they're teenagers, so, emotions everywhere. This is another one where I was testing one per vanilla recovered, and then we have a bunch of builds, an extra, Wheels of Chaos, rotations, another build, a lot of recoveries, one per Ruin Ranch. But to start, this is what I would need finished. I have things to put here so it looks like the area's done and you could go places, but because when I start, they would be here and broke. Hi, Sebastian. I would not really go too many places besides maybe to the church lot, which I have already built. It could definitely use some updating, but it is built. It was made on Xbox though, so it's on my Icon Sin Star instead of Sinister, the Sin Star one. But it's a really chunk shrunk down version of an actual church that ended up looking very Disney princess. But it was made for my medieval legacy challenge, which is usually how I start my decades. And back here, it's a little bit of themed with proper uh corruption, as was normal for the time. This is a private dinner area for the priest, and down below is the kitchen, and the sim I had to come here and work in the kitchens and throw a party like once a week while working their way through the cooking career, because that was their job, was they worked here, because they had gone from serf to farmer, and this was the third generation, and they had made it to being able to work for the priest. I guess I no longer need a giant cupcake maker, do I? But other than that, it's just a giant community lot with everything on it that I could stuff on it. But this would probably be the only place you'd really go in medieval. The library, the priest's office leads up to the priest's bedroom, and then some random room up there. I don't know what I'd do with it. I have meditation areas, like you come up here and meditate. I would also like a giant cupcake. We got Domino's today and I got lava cake because we had a bunch of points saved up. I have done a old form of a wedding in here once, but I replaced some of the stuff up here. We of course worship the Great Lady, not to be confused with a different build where we were worshiping the Nocturne, Lady of Nocturne. It was a very dark one. This would be the only place I can think of that I'd even go. With the 100 baby thing too, it'd be there, maybe the smithy and bakery, which isn't fully set up because I never played in it. But the rest of this would be blank until I got to the 1600s over here. Then we'd move to the 1700s over here. Before that, I'd just be moving into one of these houses. I could worry about the shipwrights and the giant 1700s house at another time. So really the one I need to focus on is the night house, which I've had a lot of trouble with because I had a completely different build and erased that, and now I have this one. Which I think I'm going to let myself keep the winged little towers because they look similar to it and just kind of make up the rest of the layout. I don't even have the layout done upstairs like these little bits. This I just now did for no reason. I'm glad to inspire you. I do already have the medieval farm, the smithy and bakery, the smith's home, the medieval castle, uh the church, not the medieval castle, the church, and the friar's home all on the gallery. The medieval church is, I think, the only one that's in my SinStar account. I could probably roof this. I know the roofing. That's something I could start with, right? It's something. Sure, I use the right keyboard. I'll have to look at. Oh, yeah, that's what I thought. Wants a chili cheese omelet. I am pretty much always barefoot, Seb, whether I'm in the kitchen or outside. I think I'm gonna leave them the same height for. I don't need to worry about that. sure. Covering any. Okay. Oh. Cheese, peppers, and onions. Do you do ham? Because that's the way Daddy does it. His Western omelet, as he calls it. I don't know if that's what it is or if it's not. Okay, these get tiny ones. There's supposed to be 3 of these, I think. This. Scoot over, home dog. Yeah, that looks better. Ah. I could never do vegetarian. I just I am a meat eater. I need my meat. Maybe I do go with flat for that one. I'm sorry you were scared about the meat. Oh my goodness. Oh, you're gonna make me mad, huh? Really? A tiny little bit there? If I do this, you're gonna get mad. There. Ah, I see. Really? I think yeah, no, I'm definitely more the 12-year-old than hubby. He just kind of he's more of a pester kind of person. definitely a pain in the butt, but not 12-year-old minded. Okay. A tiny one for this one. Or was that? No, that was Aline. Oh, no, we tend to just avoid Facebook. That has scary things like life on there and lots of horrible people. I mean, there's good people too, I'm sure. You love stirring all pots. So you too like being barefoot in the kitchen. Okay, that's almost all of them. Stirring eggs. Well, I agree that feet are gross, especially if you run around barefoot. And I wouldn't recommend using your feet to stir any pots. Okay, having the roofing done makes me feel a little better. Right? Nobody is going to attack my feet unless I was wearing a certain type of shoe around a certain rooster. Barefoot, I'm fine. They don't attack my toes. Not sure how I'm feeling about this not having an edge. Pretty sure it's supposed to. I don't know if that's gonna come in or not. It might. Now, I put this here, but it's not actually in the thing. Excuse me while I move you guys and try not to dock you again. You're not quitting Tarantino? There we go. I decided not to put a third level on this side. Close enough? Hmm. I think that's close enough. It's not like anybody else is gonna have the reference picture. I think this is my favorite side. But I really wanted there to be a moat that they had to cross. Hmm. Okay. You closed me out. Well, that I decided is close enough to this. If you're back then, Katie. Because I decided I did not want a third level on this side deal with. Well, a second level. Third if I added a basement, and I don't wanna. I do think I want to put a brewing house in here and add a basement for curing nectar. Curing? Aging. Aging nectar. Look at me in my aging brain. Goodness. Outside isn't scary. Outside is better. Think I would prefer that. Excellent view of the bushes. Just gonna hit everything on the bottom. Oh no, a kidney bean. Please be careful. It's so skinny. I know not all of this gets the brick, but I can deal with that later. Just need, oh, right. uh, was meat to test temperature. And I still have you guys stuck on that. And here I am doing other things. Last. I still have to look that up. I did not remember how to spell it last night. Oxalates. Looking that up. Will be happening. So I can pre-check my recipes. Okay. I think I have most of the ones I wanted to cover with this. But I do also know that some of these had different texture. Hmm? Yep, that's about right. No, 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 no. Is I was already there. It was my brain was wrong. Not sure about that color. If I go full black and white with it? Oh. The only stones I've had to deal with are gall. And I had to have the whole gallbladder gotten rid of. Ouch. Definitely gonna pre-check. I'm pretty sure there's gonna be a whole bunch and stuff I just don't know about. Yeah, there's a lot they leave out of the conversation of what happens when you don't have a gallbladder. I thankfully, like, it's a running thing in my family to have it happen to you with your, like, either during or after your first pregnancy. I had 30, like, over 30 of them, and there were like 15 or so they said stuck in the duct, which was why just about every single night I could not sleep and I was in immense pain to the point where I was pregnant and the pain hit so bad that it caused me to fall in the shower. And that was when we finally, like, the doctors just kept refusing to do an ultrasound, even though I had history of it. And I took my birth mom with me, and she's saying, God, look, it's in the family. I had mine removed. It happens pretty much every single time to the females. You have to look at this. And they would not do the ultrasound. So when I fell, she finally ripped into the doctors and made sure that they gave me the scan because they were doping me up and sending me home saying I had gas. It was so bad. Definitely gonna change some of these swatches. Eh, oh, well. That's okay, Katie. I was doing medieval and decades and all that on the console without any CC. No mods, no CC. You get nothing. I mean, heck, I used to have to wait for packs to come out, like months after, if I got them. We had to beg for my first pet stuff. I am not even joking. Console players had to fight just to get the pack everybody hates. I have considered just sticking with vanilla. I'd like my clothes to at least be accurate, but considering how occasionally I just delete my mod folder accidentally, vanilla is probably a good idea. But you have to do a lot of finagling to do the medieval, but it can be done. Yeah, everybody hates my first pet stuff, and we had to fight for it. I like the pack. I don't like that they brought it out so soon after cats and dogs. I don't think that it has enough small animals in it to justify it. Because even though I know it's a stuff pack and you only get one gameplay item, they needed more than one animal cage, even if it was just one more that you cycle through different types. It needed more. I liked getting new stuff for the cats and dogs, but I think they should have done maybe a separate thing to where you could get the small animal pack and everything applied to that. And, sure, give me a pack for animal clothes. Like now that they have kits, I think an animal kit would be a great idea. Yeah, that's great. As a console player, watching a lot of simmers use mods, and I played the Decades Challenge without any. And there are didn't have any representation of people that were playing fully vanilla or even console. I know there's a couple out there now that do console, and but I didn't know any of that. I was just starting in the Sims community. You don't want all the packs? Well, I think that you could justify not having the packs as a YouTuber that's not making the money to buy them. Now, if you got big and you were making a ton of money, then buy the ones you don't want just for your channel. And then when you don't want to play with them, use James Turner's thing to turn it off. Because that's not a mod, it's just a website thing. I don't know how it works, though. Never used it. Okay. I need some of these to change because their corners didn't light up. And I think this one also comes down. Yeah. How am I cute? I don't understand. I'm sorry, my ideas are silly. You, I don't like. You make me mad. Don't give me an edge if you're not going to give me both. You heard me. Don't give me an edge. Okay. I think I can deal with that one. Gonna irritate me. But that's the thing, right? If you get big and make lots of money, you can buy whatever you want. You're gonna be super famous. Why? Why are you giving it to me on everything but that one? That is irritating. Maybe I can cover that one up. I'm sure I could ignore it, but Not good at that. You're doing the thing too. Well, thank you while you're gone. I can ignore that. It all seems fine. Okay. Back to what I actually want these to be. I guess I can stick with the black and white. Kind of the typical, though. It's not. Oh, no, no. Wrong ones. This mic isn't picking up everything I'm saying. And maybe too far away. Yeah, I need to do the part here. Okay, gotta adjust. That is not. I guess I just do this whole thing with the plain one then. Since the round thing stretches. This need a break? It doesn't look like it. I suppose that's okay. Maybe I don't want it like that. That looks so messy. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Then do I want that for all the second floors, maybe? Yeah, I think that calms it down. I gotta fix this again. I still have another medieval build to figure out where to put because of Still's list that she had of things she wanted. She wanted like a river lot, which I thought would be good mixed with the park forest that I had quickly thrown together for one of my medieval things. I get, yeah, okay. Alright, I think that'll work. What do I want for the roof? No, I don't want green. Her roof was a red. Like this. In the pictures. This is one of my favorite roofs. Yeah, I think I'll go with that. It just black feels too modern to me. The edge here. Oh, I'm gonna be muted for a bit. Okay, back. Hubby came up to ask for a drink from Pecky. And that's kind of close. If you squint and ignore it, maybe if I put it on here, it'll tie in a little better. There we go. I need I need this thing to pick up my voice when I talk at a lower register. Like that? Maybe. Don't bounce me up. Stop it. Uh, need to inspect it. Okay. That I can do. So I thought it does come out a little bit. It's okay. Oh, in order to put it on just the 3, I'm holding shift. I place it. So it only places on one wall, but I can't get it to do it here. So that wall doesn't exist. Okay, we do have some coming in over here. Ugh. Hmm. Sometimes it does this and sometimes it doesn't. Welcome back, Heather's Eyes. Did the omelet go well? The roofing would be fine if it would just not come through. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. And this time it's being mean. Do I have it in other ones? Yes. For some reason, this build has decided. Alright, for my sanity, those walls are going to have to be brick. Look at that. I decided on a wall color. Any more roofs messing with me? No? Everybody else is behaving? Wonderful. I do wonder if I could get away with it if I was using half roofs, though. No, I don't think I want to do it that way. Grab this. I agree. Roofs are mean. They don't make sense. They just do whatever they want. Make sure I have this the right height. And I can get away with using these instead. No. It's gonna come through anyway. Darn. Buttheads. Apparently I missed this somehow. No, I didn't. Why did that unpaint? I remember seeing that painted. I inspected this thing ridiculously close. Whatever Sims 4. Trying to start beef. I forgot the edges of those. Can I get the edge? I would love if they would always let me have the edge. Aha! Okay. I think that looks fine. I can deal with that. I will deal with my stupid brick walls. Now I need something for the top of these ones. I would love if they would give us a flooring that match for the bricks. That would be great. Batu's brick is gorgeous, but it's not gonna be. It's sun faded. It's stone. It's not even brick. Now you're setting up Walmart. I swear, everybody's so good at doing the adult stuff. Did that just, like, cover the whole thing? I don't want that. I think it did. Yeah, it's covering multiple areas. First, how is the end piece? Okay, maybe it's getting all of it on this level? Hmm. We'll just drag instead of do the whole thing. I need to be able to do the crenellations on top of these. I think that's because of the whole update with the being able to do ceilings. They slightly changed how this works because you don't have to just do it that and hold shift. You can come here and it will go ahead and do the entire flooring for you without having to do the shift. But I'm just so used to doing it the other way. I'm getting distracted from the top now because I'm wondering if I should do like actually let that show or bring the I don't know if I want that to show or up the ground is the word I'm looking for. Up the ground? Bring the terrain up. There we go. Sentence found. Yeah, you're probably gonna have to relearn the whole game. They have done a lot recently. A fence would be the easiest way to do this. I could do a half wall. Oh no, do that. Eh, I don't like it. I'll have to do half walls. Yeah, half walls. These are huge. But I like the greenery up the ground. That's too much. Yeah, I can't get away with being lazy. Just, yeah, I need to do half wall. Too tall. The short metal fencing does not come in green, I don't believe. Short metal. I mean, this one? Nope, stop doing that. And the problem is it's supposed to be the, yeah, I'll just, like, Really, Sims? Fine. We'll do it your way. Can't be nice. Just get rid of everything I asked you to do. Do I want the cord? I don't know. Yeah, that should work. Close enough. It just takes my whole floor. Makes me have to redo things. Like I'm trying to build here or something. This is where some spiky tops would be great. We really need more of these. Because all of these are too modern and weird. If I try and make it match the wall. Or go with black. Oh, good. Please do not drive illegally while listening to my stream. Listening. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I just go green. Actually, that kind of works. Why does that work? Blue doesn't work. Green kind of works. Looks like the top of it's a little mossy. Green. The brown. Or the black. I don't like the brack. Brack? The brack show? Space goes coast to coast. And now I have that song stuck in my head. Oh, good. Good. I'm glad you were not moving in a vehicle while typing. That's super bad. Green or the dark brown? See it or not see it? They put it on a ad? Space Ghost Coast to Coast was on an ad? Yes, exactly. My trucker daddy'd have your soul for acting like that. Oh no, I messed up the edges. I think I'm going with green. Now I need to do the same thing. Hiya, Nuvi. You say brown? Deb, your wifey is currently ordering Walmart and crotcheting. Brown to make it disappear instead of look moldy. Okay, I think those are good. I need to do it over here in completely different set of colors. But at least I know what I'm doing now. It's just gonna disappear, right? Yep. Listen here, you go where I tell you to go. What is that nonsense? Why are you doing that? Okay, fine. I have no idea what your problem is. I think I want the opposite. Yeah. Yeah, it's one tile, so I can't do that. It works. Eh. Really? I grabbed that instead of the... I guess I'll replace the floor first. Was it this one? No, I think it was this. Yeah. Yeah. I'd love a half tile wall option. I also don't like that the trims don't really change much. Like, there's very little change. Yeah. Hi, Yuki. I might actually be able to get away with that on that one. And I think this one needs a trim. Some of these are so bulky. That one's pretty good. Nope. Nope. Maybe. What colors we got? That one looks good. From Get Famous. Yeah. Could do that. That's a very castle tower. Nope. Nope. Blades are too big. No color that really matches, although I kind of like how that looks. Could do that. It looks fancy, which just wasn't my name. Nope. That seems plain. That one, I guess I haven't tried that. That one works. That one's probably best, isn't it? Yeah, I think that one probably looks best. So Brown has it because of a last name, huh? Yeah, I don't really think I was, but I'm not certain. I mean, I guess I kinda was born plain white trash. But Fancy's not my name. I don't even have the name I was born with. This is Old Gainsborough Hall. It is a medieval build for my knight, the Night Lord's lands, like the owner of all the stuff in the area. This is what I'm building, Yuki. I already had it pretty much built. I just roofed it and colored the walls and stuff. I'm hoping to start my baby challenge, or yeah, I think I want to start my baby challenge. I think it'd be great if I was also being tortured. Yeah, I don't have the same birth certificate. I don't have the same mom, I don't have the same dad. Fully adopted. Names all sorts of changed. Because, you know, when your mom becomes your sister, it's a little weird. Trying to find my drink and it's in my arm. I stalled enough with all the outside stuff. And I don't have windows in place. That's usually where I go next. But I haven't even figured out what I'm doing with all the rooms. I still need to up the ground, though. Yeah. I usually know when I'm talking on my phone, but I just straight up lost my drink and found my phone. And just as I had my hand on my phone, knowing that it wasn't my drink, I went, oh, my drink is in my arm. I was hugging it. Uh, why are you missing? How is that piece of ground just slightly high enough for that? I mean, some of the foundation was damaged over time. Oh, yeah, I'm my own grandpa. That's like my family's theme music. We also refer to my birth family as being a Heinz 57. We don't know what all's in us. I either have my phone or I don't have my phone. But there are several things I am not allowed to touch. The main one is the remote. We absolutely do not give Nikki the remote. It does not come anywhere near the couch. Techie sits up in the recliner and he is to control the remote. It stays on the table near him. I'm pretty sure it's on both sides of my birth family that were 57s. Uh, my adoptive family's very much, you know, pretty straight down the line. There's supposed to be some Native American, but it's that don't really know if it's just old family stories type thing. Nobody's ever been tested as far as people I've known. Okay. I don't need to put the chimneys on. The tower would probably be made of brick all the way through. And I believe this one has a whole lot of gorgeous windows. And it is opened up. I'm thinking of the right side. So that's not going to be brick. I had my adoptive family. One side is supposed to be Cherokee, and the other side is Creek, and it is far back as grandparents, not great grandparents, like most of the stories. So they are my parents, would have been my adopted grandparents, and it was their grandparent. So it was really close, so it's more possible than most of them. But Cherokee's one that a lot of people claim in their families, and they are usually correct. But it is in, I think, the right area for it. Oh, because you can't read cursive. Well, Yuki, most people nowadays only use cursive for signing their names or fancy things. Not many people use cursive much. Uh, Fortunately for me, um, my biological dad died, so I do not have him, and my adoptive mom has also passed. I still have my daddy, and I still have my birth mom. So I just thankfully had some extras. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah. I don't think Techie got any cursive really. They tried to get me to teach it to him when I homeschooled him, and I was like, there's no point. It Nobody uses it. Oh, well, maybe she doesn't know, or maybe she doesn't want to know. You can always do a DNA test if it's important. That can happen, Yuki. My the brother and sister that my birth mom ended up raising, the ones that got kept, were mostly raised without any father figure. Well, any father. My daddy, which is their grandpa, and there were a couple others, they had figures, but they did not. That's a ridiculous amount of paternal lineage. But when you have a single mom, she is also your dad. She's doing all the things the dad does. So you still have a dad. She just has she pronouns. Learning doctor's writing is more important than cursive. Yeah, that's exactly how you describe hubby's handwriting. He has the doctor scribbles. I really don't like doors in one tile spots. Don't know where to go. Ah, I see. We've certainly gone way off track of Sims today. That happens, Yuki. My family does it all the time, especially since a lot of them have nicknames. Like, I'm Pie, specifically Pumpkin Pie. I had an aunt who was Pumpkin, and then there's Hot and Dot. Uh, Delbert was a nickname. Sadie. We got Cowboy. Yeah, wandering around chat lineage. I I think I can probably do this. I suppose I could take care of this too. I don't think I can with that. If I remember right, it doesn't count as a ceiling. Yeah. Oh, nope. Eat. Got it. Oh yeah. My birth mom's her sibling set was a total of 10 kids, with one that passed really early and then another that passed a little later. It ended up with a whole bunch of girls and just one boy. And there aren't too many of them left now. Lots of hugs. Don't think I want that as a stealing for everything. That, or do I want to grab the one from Ranch? I think I want the Ranch one. Now that I know this is gonna work. That way? Sure. Hopefully it was your wife, otherwise it was probably you. But Heather's doing the litter box, so it can't be her. Well, both of those are good nicknames. You trying to leave, Techie? Do you need me to mute? That's your nickname? Yeah, I was the baby for quite a while too in my adopted part of the family. And then it switched and I became the eldest, which was weird because I was also looking after cousins and some siblings. Yeah, I was thinking it was Seb. That's what we usually call you. Oh, I can't believe I've been doing this for 2 hours and I've gotten nowhere. Sebikins? Oh my. I don't know. I refer to my rooster as one hell of a rooster. Do I need to put one of those in the fridge for you? Okay. Good night. Pecky was going to bed. Let's see. Do I want that or do I want to use a spandrel? Oh, that's a great translation. Yes, definitely. 12-year-old Seb. My rooster sleeps on top of his food dish unless I open the fridge, and then he runs to the front of the cage so that he can look in the fridge because he's absolutely certain there's something in there for him. Hmm, that's not quite. Well, Let me grab the archway and see if I like it. I think the archway is better, but this is probably better gameplay wise. Aw, that's a cute picture, Yuki. Oh, I got Miss Priss and Pumpkin. Pumpkin Pie. Because Pumpkin just playing as my aunt. I'm usually Miss or Miss Priss, the daddy. Darn, I don't know which one. I think the archway looks better, but gameplay wise, arches can get messy when it comes to not wanting them to be where the front door is. Maybe a larger spandrel. Really wish that the courtyard came with ones that had other colors. Mm. Techie gets Demon Slayer, Techie X. I guess technically Xander is a nickname because of how I did his name. A title, not a nickname. It's an honorary title. Yeah, I think we're gonna forego that. I know how these are gameplay wise, and I want this to be playable. I did not want to flip all the way around. Yeah, because you're doing the whole Windenburg, right, Shona? I'm just doing my little decades parts as different years, mainly in Windenburg, because there's so much. Oh, that's so cute. What's wrong with using a lot of pink? Up way too high. Down here. Get over there. There we go. And now I need. Ooh, it is gonna put it on it. Nice. For me, it's like it was originally part of like the guard tower or whatever would have been here in front of the moat. I've put them behind before It's based on the one that's on my friar's house. Can I see that from here? Yep, there it is. But I didn't want it in front, so I put it in back on that one. I was like, I'll do that again. Yeah, I heard you went to Halloween as Ken. That's awesome. What I do over there? Some tiny windows. Okay. That's okay, Katie. Night. uh, its eyes look a little wonky. Eh, I have it pulled down on this side. There we go. Yeah, the see-through grate. I got this color, and that's the only color. That's nice. I like that. Should work as part of a guard tower for a night. Depending on what I'm doing with this lot, it has two different purposes. This would be where all the people going to war would go for UDC or medieval things. Otherwise, it's the house of the noble family in the area. This was the knives? The knights lorddom, where they lorded over everybody for here, which is probably what it would be. I mean, eventually it's probably going to be a baby challenge house, since my baby challenge is going to be moving. You have a problem with ing? I apparently couldn't do R today for some reason, since I was just wanding through my builds. Wanding? Wanding. Okay. I don't want to be down that far. I should pick a door. I know this is the interest. Interest? Entrance. I should pick a door. That is where I can start next. What do I want for the door? Probably something like this. Do I want it to stand out or blend in? That looks freshly made. Why do you have sod saved in your autocorrect? Excuse my drink lid. How about green? We'll do green. I know Heather approves. I see, Seb. Yeah, sure. You don't know. You're not hiding secret information. Because this needed to be fancy spiral stairs, and we don't have spiral stairs. What is that? What is this game? Where did you get this? How do I fix it? Give it back. Are you trying to tell me that's a ceiling? Okay, it looks like I can fix it later. This shouldn't exist. It's not supposed to be there. What did you do? Okay, floor, wood. I love the vampire floorings. I should do build lights. Build lights are a great idea. I never think about them. This will let everybody, including me, see stuff. Yeah, round walls. I'm so glad we have them. There are so many builds I could not make without them. Why was that light so delayed? You good, game? Yeah, I would worry that they would actually break them more if they tried to fix them. Right, because it's technically outside and it's daytime. That's not a glitch. That's a function. But I am gonna save. Um, how fancy do I want the floors? Probably not too fancy. I do. No, no, I'm on ceilings. I just really like those floors, but that's probably not what I should use. That doesn't feel right. Maybe? Yeah, I think I'll go with that for the main wood. Looks like it could pass for old medieval or new medieval. More wood. Let's see. Sure. And I forget. I think I was gonna make. I think this one was bathroom. Was that closet? This was bathroom. I can't remember. I'll have to check the thingy. here with the maybe. I want fancier floors for some of the rooms. This was the great hall where the food was served, right? Yeah. But I think I was planning on changing that slightly. Because that's the kitchen. Maybe I make this the great hall. And that more of a ballroom style hall. Or planning for wars. Oh, yeah, the frame TV. Do you have that one? Kitchen, whatever. The great dining hall, a entertaining room, music room thing. I don't. Definitely gonna have to check the floor plan. These are all bedrooms. Apparently, it was used as an inn. I saw no point in putting more rooms than an 8 household, but you don't have modern locks? Do you use mods, Yuki? I can't remember. Because there are frame TVs that are mods. That's true. Move objects, make your own. No. That'll work. Eh. Want it to stop or do I want it to come over? I think I'll do over. You have no pictures or paintings? I have such trouble decorating myself that I often forget that you should decorate the walls. I just don't post those ones. Okay, we did make some progress. I've managed to build on stream, so I feel a little better about that. I think I'm gonna grab my floor plan and label this. The rooms that I can't remember exactly what I was gonna do for doing this next time. And I guess whenever I finish with this build, I'll upload it and then start the baby challenge. Yeah, it's definitely easy to forget when you have multiple buildings on one lot. I have this one, which is 4 different townhouses. And it's not decorated in this form because this is the one I just threw up so I could have it here. But I separated out the small ones and played in it at one point. So this one is decorated, but it was decorated very specifically for a Poe and a Shakespeare because this was the Build Newcrest challenge thing, and you start with like the library and your sim's supposed to live there and be an author, and her name was Genesis, and she named her twin boys Poe and Shakespeare because I'm extra. Oh, Animal Crossing tent, the campsite. I have so much stuff on here. Oh, my whimsy house. I like this house. Alice Wondering. This was 100 baby challenge mom. She was doing the characters from Alice in Wonderland in alphabetical order for the first ones. Ah, the 1700s house. I need to grab this one so I can place it. Because I made it. I just made it on another account. Do I have... Did I erase it from here? Yeah. Okay, I pulled it off. Yeah, actually, there are a couple different ways to do the Animal Crossing. I've wanted to do them, and those were built for a Animal Crossing challenge that I did. I It's another one that I was just kind of messing around with, and then I built the resident services, the campsite, and I built my house, but because my new crossing world has my house in a different position, I would rather have it in the new house's position when I start. So I would like to do the Animal Crossing one. I set that one up in Willow Creek originally because it made the most sense with all the collectibles. I should probably get that bug mod that lets you collect them so that I can collect the bugs without having to go all the way to Granite Falls because that makes sense for Animal Crossing. Yeah, okay. I think that's about all I'm gonna get done on here. Yeah, collectibles, fishing, bugs. The green one is the resident services tent. When I did it, so it has, I think I managed to get rid of the bugs, but you're supposed to drop off a certain amount of money so that to pay your what is that called? Hang on. I'm gonna save this to my library. Where is it? Oh, hi. Hi, Peachy. I was messing with the medieval build. I am gonna go drop this. Maybe not. Maybe. I did have it over here. I made this whole neighborhood the Animal Crossing one. Doesn't really matter. I'm just being picky. And I was going to make the other versions of this so that it changes because it's one of the community things. And I wanted to make it changeable so it would slowly change into the big brick resident services. But I started with the tent, and there's no lights in there. Because why would there be any lights in? But the dumpster that's in services, the bank where you can pay off your loan. You're supposed to bring so many bugs and fish and put them here so that you can get blathers. And then I put a handiness table so that you can, because you start out with pretty much nothing, and you can't even make a crafting table till after a little bit. I made sure there was a bush just in case. But I played up to the point where I could get a house at like the first level, I think it was, or the second level of house. Thank you. I'm glad it was clever. I would really like to do it at some point. Yeah, I know it's incomplete. Don't talk back to me, Sims. Put your little doohickey, this thingy. Warning triangle. That's what the thingy is. But I have a lot of plans like that. A European accent? I highly doubt that. I'm more of a country girl. Yeah, Southern or West Virginia. I can do that too. Way up there in them hollers. You don't want to roll down the hills with your logging trucks now. My uncle did. He rolled a logging truck, he rolled a tractor. I have a whole bunch of stuff in here. I think I build too much. I figured when you use Dixie, I have a raccoon named Dixie in a challenge I just ended. I am trying to go somewhere and I'm not getting there at all. So yeah, my baby challenge would start here, but I don't know exactly when to switch the eras. You're originally from Georgia. My little brother was born in Georgia, but the rest of us are Florida crackers. And a lot of my family's from West by God, Virginia. Virginia. You have a pupper named Peach. I don't know when to switch the eras for the baby challenge, like how many babies. Because I figured that's when I would, similar to the way Gluon does his. But this is 12 to 1300s. That's a great way to come up with your name. I'm just 5. You think 5 babies? Because I can go all the way through the decades, all the way to modern age. Because then it's this one. I could bounce around to all these different buildings, or we could wait and then jump to this. But I don't know. I don't think I need to go to these. The blacksmith, but go from there to the farm. And I figure she could switch up what she's doing work wise. We'd be out of here fast if it was 5 babies. Because remember, I have to suffer through having quads on at all times. I don't mind moving. I like moving. That's why I'm doing it this way. But I don't know how much bouncing around this area I want to do. But we probably want it to last for a little while because otherwise I gotta build this stuff. The longer I'm over here, the better. 10? I think I worked it out at one point. It was like 8 or so from this one to, I guess the most modern world is what it would be. The 20s. Yeah, I think I would go from here to the farm to the friar's house just because I'd want the room, you know? Otherwise, I'd stick on one lot, put it on tiny home, and just blast through the kids as fast as I could. Because, well, 8 would be good. Then I could fill up the household, and then we'd have to move. But I'd like to be able to. Because, like, this whole thing, I wouldn't be bouncing around to different places. It's just this one that would be a lot of jumps. And this is going to suck because she's going to be a vampire, and I have to have vampire children for them to count. So even if I get to 8 kids, uh highly likely that they are not all vampires. Maybe only 2 of them will be actually counting for the challenge. So we could probably do 10 and it would still not be a problem. Because I'm for sure starting in a tiny home as soon as I get enough money for a house. Because as a serf, I'd have her running around collecting and fishing. And then farming. And this is a friar's home, so I have no idea what I'd do there. But it's not really my problem until I finish building. Yeah, she's gonna be in the sun, and that is not good. I may cheat it a bit and get her the fake roof set up. Make wine at the friar's house. That's a good idea. And then eventually we go here where we have enough room for everybody. But by the time we got there, we should have enough toy money coming in that we can do whatever we want for a job. Yeah, I'm just gonna grab the stuff and label this for next time. And I want to stream again this week sometime. The Kingdoms 80s and finish the last couple chapters of that. Because there's only a couple more to do. I may go and stream the Kingdoms 2 Crowns too, because that's fun. Vampire cookbook writer? There are vampire recipes, but there's only a couple. Alright. I think that's going to be it for this time. I'll get those labeled before we do it again. Ow! I could stop punching things. I always have to hurt myself on stream. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.